team, huh? We're on the trail of Ghost. Come on, Buster.
Gotta tell you, I'm pretty doubtful about this, Araya.
I guess that's why they call you Doubting Dave, Doubting Dave.
I just don't want to get slimed again.
I heard there's a team of professional Ghostbusters in the building.
Hey. Who you gonna call?
Today on Mystery Hunters.
I'm spending a night in a haunted prison on death row.
I'm going to Cape Fear with the dog that sniffs out ghosts. Can we get proof that they exist?
And I find out the answer to a viewer mystery. Dear Doubting Dave, could a black hole swallow everything in the universe? And then I find out how you can see your own ghostly force field. And then I find out who gave me fleas.
But before we bust any ghosts, we have to find some. This is the spookiest youth hostel in the world. You see, this hostel wasn't always a hostel. It used to be a prison. And I'm here to investigate the strange and mysterious case of the ghost of Patrick Whelan. Patrick Whelan was found guilty of the murder of a politician. And even though many people thought he was an innocent man, he was executed. Patrick Whelan was hanged right here in this building at 11 o'clock in the morning on February the 11th, 1869. And tomorrow is February the 11th.
Hi, Christina.
Hi.
Here's the key to your room.
Thanks.
On the 8th floor, on death row.
People report things that can't be explained, happening up on death row. Clothes scattered all over the floor. Windows closing for no reason. Ghostly appearances. The hostel doesn't rent rooms up here anymore. But they're giving me special access so I can see whether this place is really haunted. The best way to find out is to spend a night alone in Patrick Whelan's cell on the anniversary of his execution. Many people spent the last night of their lives in here. This is my room. It's the cell where Patrick Whelan spent his last night on Earth. Or was it his last night on Earth? They say he's still around, wandering the halls of death row. It's just you.
Hi.
So you saw and heard some really weird things going on up here, didn't you?
One afternoon, yeah, I heard some voices. I couldn't understand. I didn't know what it was. I couldn't explain it. It came from behind the locked doors.
So I imagine you must have sprinted out of here?
As fast as possible.
Yeah. Do you believe maybe it's Patrick?
It could be Patrick. It could definitely be another ghost. I'm sure there's a few in this place.
I called in a team of ghost hunters to see if they can tell me if Patrick or any other ghosts are creeping around in here. This is Gail Laboisiere, a psychic. And Gail, you've brought a photograph with you. What does it show?
You can see a protrusion of 3 different types of anomalies in an orange light.
This picture was taken right here on death row.
And when zoomed up, you can actually see 3 faces.
This place is believed to be haunted. Maybe that's why they call this area Cape Fear. And I'm on a ghost hunt. I'm looking for the phantom of this man. General Whiting commanded this old fort during the United States Civil War. He was injured in the war and died later in hospital. But he came back to the fort after he died, as a ghost. People say they've seen him in his uniform, staring out into the distance.
We're gonna go looking for him using Katie's ghost hunting dog.
Hey, sit. Watch.
Dogs have a really strong sense of smell and sound. Katie thinks they can also sense electrical energy changes in the air, something that's said to be evidence of a ghost. If Abe finds anything, he'll alert us by staring at it.
I'd say about 70% of the time when he says there's something there, or at least something we can document.
Katie says Abe has sniffed out ghosts before. He alerted Katie very quietly that he'd found something at a house in the woods. So she immediately took pictures of the area, and her camera picked up these weird dots of light. They call them orbs.
He's gotten things in homes, and our equipment hasn't gotten anything, but we go back later and listen to the tapes or look at our photos.
Cut for a second, I'm having a problem here.
It seems like we're having some sort of technical problem. Luckily, I still have my camera.
Well, I really don't know what's going on. This is kind of unexpected. This is weird. Our cameras just went nuts on us. A battery pack that was fully charged a few minutes ago just completely drained. This is really weird. I mean, we haven't found any ghosts, but it looks like a ghost might have found us.
I got an email from 11-year-old Valentina Aracil in Mar del Plata, Argentina, and she had a very interesting question. Take a look on the Mystery Illustrator. Dear Doubting Dave, out in space, when a large star dies, I've heard it can turn into a black hole. You can't see it, but it sucks up everything in sight. And if anything got inside the hole, there would be no return. My question is, could a black hole swallow everything in the universe? And where do things go after they get sucked in? Oop. Valentina, the reason black holes swallow everything around them is gravity. And lots of it. Imagine that this sponge is a star. When a star dies or runs out of fuel, it starts to shrink. It shrinks because gravity pulls all the particles in together until it collapses into a point in space, a black hole. But could a black hole swallow everything in the universe? Even you? Well, picture a sink full of water and imagine that the drain is a black hole. Everything that comes within a certain distance of the black hole, like planets, asteroids, even light, gets pulled in by its powerful gravity. But anything past a certain distance is okay. That includes us here on Earth. But where do things go once they enter a black hole? Some people think they just stay in the center, like they got sucked up by a tornado. Some people think they just blink out of existence. Personally, I have no idea.
Prepare yourself for an all-new Discovery Kids with free-to-play interactive games. Simply press the red button on your digital satellite remote to enter the thrilling world of Discovery Kids. Experience life as a mystery hunter on a breathtaking journey through the ancient pyramids of Egypt. Piece together the hidden secrets of the pharaohs. Escape the curse of the mummies. Fight off the pyramid's ghostly defenders. Dodge the spears and darts and survive to uncover the broken tablet's secret message. Or why not chomp your way to high score champion with the hungriest screen critter ever? To eat your way back to Discovery Kids, you'll have to outsmart and outmaneuver every enemy. Do you have what it takes to become a chomp champ? If you think you do, get into Discovery Kids free-to-play interactive games. It's a whole new experience.
I'm on the hunt for the ghost of a hanged man.
Wow, we really seem to have something here.
Gerald's equipment seemed to have picked up something highly unusual. So what have we got?
Well, you have more than just your pillow and your blanket here. By using this electromagnetic field detector, I'm able to tell the presence of a spirit.
So Patrick might be in the cell?
He still may be.
Is this evidence of a ghost? Catherine got us on her camera entering Patrick Whalen's old cell.
Okay, what I'm going to show you here is an orb. That's a spirit ball. It's going to be behind your shoulder.
It's just like a little white ball that just like zooms past you.
Yes, it's made up of energy, so that's why they move fairly quickly.
Are they dangerous?
No, not usually.
So that can be Patrick.
It could be.
The ghost hunters all seem to agree that the spirit of Patrick might still be inhabiting this place. All their techniques and instruments are telling them that something unusual is going on. Guess I'm all alone now. At least I hope I'm alone. There's no such thing as ghosts. There's no such thing as ghosts. There's no such thing as ghosts.
When we started this story, our camera equipment broke down as soon as we mentioned the ghost of General Whiting. And it happened right there, one of the spots where the ghost has been said to be seen. This picture was taken 3 days after the fort was attacked and defeated. It looks like there's a ghost standing on top of the hill. The really weird thing is,
Okay, I'm rolling.
after we left the area, our camera mysteriously started working again. That same day, Katie and Abe stayed behind. Katie set up her camera on the hill and stayed till after dark.
He even growled at that hill over there. And you know, we got some pretty interesting stuff on video. Well, we got what looks like an orb. A little ball of light that goes across the screen, and you hear footsteps. But there's nobody there, and there was nobody around.
We're back, and we're ready to try again. We're gonna be using some high-tech ghost-busting equipment as well as Abe. Things like digital cameras, tape recorders, electromagnetic field detectors, and infrared thermal scanners. This one takes the temperature. If any of this equipment shows something strange and Abe reacts too, that might be enough to convince me that the ghost of General Whiting walks amongst us.
Let him just kind of work his way around. Come on, Abe, keep working. Keep working. He might have found something interesting.
Yeah, looks like he has. Could it be the ghost of General Whiting?
An aura is a light that some people believe glows around our bodies. It's invisible to most of us, but some psychics say they can actually see it. It's said to change color depending on your health, personality, and mood. Maybe that's what ghosts are. Our auras hanging around long after we're gone. But auras have never been proven scientifically, and I've never seen one, so I can't really say they exist.
Oh, oh, yuck!
What we do know is that the body produces two things. Three things. Stupid beans. But only two things that I can use to make it seem like you have an aura. Heat and electricity. And you don't have to be psychic to see it. These goggles can actually see heat waves coming off our bodies. And they show them as light, a little like an aura. Let me show you a way you can see the heat energy your own hand produces.
Yuck! Get out!
Oh, pipe down. Fold a piece of tin foil around a piece of cardboard. Then stick the whole thing in your freezer. Now, when you hold your palm up to the cardboard side, the heat radiating off your hand causes a ghostly image to slowly appear. Would you cut that out? There is another thing you can do to make it seem like there's an invisible aura around you. Have you ever been around a TV set that's not hooked up to cable? One with those old rabbit ear antennas? Then, when you move around the room, the reception changes, even without these. That's because your body is a good conductor of electricity. So it interferes with the electromagnetic waves that carry the television signal. I can make it look like there's an aura around your fingertips using a technique called Kirlian photography, named after the Russian doctor, Dr. Photography. All you need is a little something called the CV6000. The CV6000 safely applies many volts of electricity to my fingertips, and they start to glow a little. This is not a supernatural aura. It happens because my fingers conduct electricity. Here's what it looks like on film. Spooky, huh? I forgot to show you one other way that proves that your body conducts electricity.
Abe is reacting to something by the cannon. Could he be feeling the presence of the ghost of General Whiting? I beam my infrared thermometer up around the cannon, but I don't find any sudden cold spots that people say means there's a ghost. Still, something's up with Abe. Katie says just because the equipment shows nothing doesn't mean Abe is wrong. Abe was once called to investigate in a room in a house thought to be haunted. Their equipment picked up nothing, but Abe was so sure they took pictures in places Abe was staring at and got these spooky photos. After investigating, I can't say there's proof General Whiting's ghost rules over this fort, but Katie seemed to get some weird stuff on tape here the other night, and Abe seems to think there's something out there.
There's no such thing as ghosts. There's no such thing as ghosts. There's no such thing as ghosts. What? Did you think I was having a nightmare? Just because I spent the night on death row? Not me. I slept like a log. That was your imagination at work. But I'm not finished here yet. Patrick Welland's execution was at 11 o'clock in the morning on this day in 1869. I want to be here to see if anything happened at that exact moment. But there's someone I must see first. I'm at the Bureau of Occult Occurrences. These guys hunt ghosts for a different reason.
Hi, Christina.
Hi.
You seem to be getting some interesting meter readings here.
The EMF detector seems to be telling us there's haunted activity here. Denise has the same device as Gerald in the prison.
You know, it doesn't take a ghost to make one of these EMF readers go off. EM stands for electromagnetic, the F stands for fields. Any electrical system is going to radiate electromagnetic fields. In a house or any structure, you've got wires and cables, and they're going to set off any of these meters. In this particular house, I believe the heating system is right below us, and that heating system has an electronic ignition. So I'm going to give you this walkie-talkie. See, you don't need a ghost.
Okay, I'm at the thermostat. How about now?
It's definitely on.
I'm turning it down. How about now?
It's definitely off now.
So this house isn't haunted?
I think you can draw your own conclusions.
The Bureau of Occult Occurrences also think they have an explanation for dogs that see ghosts. Wanda here's pretty good at detecting things humans can't. But does that include ghosts? Sarah goes ghost hunting with her dog occasionally.
And this one time, Wanda was staring at the wall. I mean, freakishly staring. And there was nothing there.
Was Wanda acting like that because of a ghost?
Not necessarily. Dogs can smell things we can't smell. They hear things we can't hear. She may have heard a mouse behind the boards and it was scratching that she was excited about. Dogs respond to cues in my behavior. If I was excited because I thought I was seeing a ghost, she could be excited too. She'll do what I want her to do. Sometimes she gets so excited she jumps around too much. She hit me in the eye the other day.
So just because a dog acts weird in a place that's supposed to be haunted doesn't necessarily mean there's a ghost hanging around? But what about those orbs we filmed? Cameras use infrared signals to focus. So does other ghost hunting equipment. Denise thinks the video camera could have picked up an infrared reflection.
Can you see it? Kind of looks like an orb.
Yeah, it does.
Okay.
It's almost 11 o'clock, the time that our ghost, Patrick Whalen, had a rope put around his neck and was hung from that trapdoor to his death. Today's February the 11th, the anniversary of his execution. So I'm guessing if anything's gonna happen, this is definitely the time, and it's totally the place. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. I guess our ghost is shy. Maybe he was never here.
So, did you really see a ghost in the prison, Christine?
It was so creepy. I'm not sure what it was I saw. Maybe it was a ghost.
I just got a telepathic message from Buster.
Sure you did.
I did.
All right. What did he say?
Said he was very hungry. Ah, you want a bone? Yes, you. Yes, sure. Remember, things aren't always what they seem.